Yo, yo, yo. Top of the morning to you good people. Man, I am super stoked about the brand new show. That's right. Cortez Hustle Show is live, man. We are the business podcast for the 21st century entrepreneur. Man, this thing is taking on a life of its own already. In episode number one, I've got a really good show planned for you guys, man. Super stoked. We are going to do a segment that I called Cortez Hustle's Headlines. We're going to look at some headlines that's making the news this morning in the area of business. We're also going to talk with my man Haziq Ali, and he's going to break down the ins and outs of business credit and business funding. Super excited about that. Then I'm going to talk to my hairstylists and barbers, salon owners about three things that you guys could be doing right now to make money while the government has got you guys shut down, man. I am super stoked. And I thought it'd be fitting because I haven't quite got an intro, decided on the intro for this show right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick for y'all a throwback intro for my original show, Talking Money in the Morning Live, and then we're going to get right into today's good news. So let's roll that intro.
It up, put the hip shit on the shelf, cause the way the real wealth is being real with self. Mine eyes been seen the glory of the coming of the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help. It's time to switch it up, put the hip shit on the shelf, cause the way the real wealth is being real with self. Mine eyes been seen the glory of the coming of the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help.
Money. That's all he talks
There's
about.
nothing wrong with being wealthy. Like Kanye West says, having money is not everything, but not having it is. No, Deuteronomy 8:18 says God gives us the ability to create wealth.
Money is the root of all.
No, it's the love of money that's the root of all evil.
All money. Oh, kid.
Yes, I do think about other things than money.
Money.
I'm just trying to leave a legacy for my family. Money's not everything, but when you got it, you can do some cool stuff.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, man, that gave me chills right there. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm not new to this podcasting thing, man, this live video thing. And if you're listening to the podcast and you ever want to watch the show live and in living color, make sure that you go over to thecortezhustleshow.com and you can see us live and in living color right there as well. But a few years back, I ran a show called Talking Money in the Morning, and all those voices that you hear in that intro are my sons. We had some fun creating that little intro. So I just thought it'd be cool to throw it back. But what is the business podcast for the 21st century? Ladies and gentlemen, I've been a digital marketer for about 8 years now, and understanding where we are in this time and place, you've got to know that the business landscape has changed. And guess what? It's changing yet again because of the current state of affairs, right? It is April 20th, right? 2020. And we are week 6 of quarantine mandated by our government. So yes, things are going to change. And one thing I understand about entrepreneurship is your ability to adapt is critically important. And I know a lot of people who are focused on, in my opinion, some of the wrong things, man. I just think you are focusing on the wrong things. There is opportunity all around us, guys. And yes, we should be concerned about the health of our families. There is no doubt about it. Yes, we should be concerned about our financial well-being, because as we continue to watch this thing unfold, live through this thing as it is unfolding, there are some things that we should be concerned about. We should absolutely be concerned with our relationships, our loved ones. A lot of people are passing away because of this thing. But if you're anything like me, I'm an optimist, man. I am looking at the silver lining that is amongst every dark cloud. And the silver lining for this particular dark cloud is opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to share with you an article that I just ran across, and I've been watching this lady. In fact, she's a friend of the show. She actually blessed us a few times on the original podcast, and just how she's able to pivot. And I think some of you guys are in perfect position to pivot yourselves if you would get your head out of the sand. So for those of you who are watching us on Facebook and YouTube, you guys know I always give you permission to comment in the chats where you're from, also the name of your business and or your brand. If you're watching us on the show website, then there is also a comment box for you guys to kind of engage and interact with the show as well. So I'm going to get on to my first segment, guys. I'm calling this Cortez Hustle's Headlines, and I like to look at business headlines to see what's trending, what's going on in the state of business, what are highly paid magazine editors writing about at this time. So I think we got queued up. Let me hop over here real quick to Black Enterprise magazine. That is an online source that I reference quite frequently. So let's pull that up and let's see what they're writing about on today, April 20th, 2020. So it looks like the cover is Meet the Man named Africa's Warren Buffett. That is the richest black man in the world. What else do they have going on in terms of headlines? Let's see. This company created playing cards featuring historical black female figures. Oh, that should be pretty dope. I like that. Then Councilman Lauren Taylor wants more support for black business in East Oakland, right? Don't doubt that is very much needed and warranted. And let's see, how to build your own brand and secure your bag during the corona crisis. Another great article for entrepreneurs to be checking out. This is the one that I was talking about. Vanessa Braxton, founder and CEO, creator of Black Mama Baca's Black Mama Tea and Cafe, now has Black Mama hand sanitizer. Guys, I want you to understand something about ownership and production. Because she owns her own facilities, because she owns her own means of production for her vodka line and her tea line, well, guess what? The same machinery used to create vodka and tea and vodka infused with tea is the same machinery and equipment that could be easily pivoted to creating hand sanitizer. And that's exactly what she did. If you guys are not following the Black Mama Tea and Cafe as she prepares to hit the New York Stock Exchange within the next year or so, she's doing some amazing things. That's a great article that you guys might want to check out. This is a good one, man. How to negotiate fearlessly even in tough times, right? A lot of entrepreneurs having trouble asking for the money during this time because we're assuming that everybody is doing bad. Guys, listen, everybody is not doing bad. Look at Vanessa Braxton, right? She is transitioned from selling vodka to selling hand sanitizer. And she's probably, if I know her like I think I do, she's probably got some government contracts to get hand sanitizer into the hands of some of the medical facilities and things of that nature up in the Northeast where she is. But yes, you got to know how to ask for the money, even in tough times like this. Jay-Z backed Robinhood stock brokerage app is nearing an $8 billion valuation, right? I'm telling y'all, everybody is not hurting right now. Curl's founder, Mahisha Dillinger, is doing what many can't. She's getting N95 masks to healthcare workers. See, are you in position to leverage what's going on? Now, I'm not saying this young lady is doing this for publicity, but because she's doing a great thing, she's getting some good publicity. Aisha Curry, wife of famous basketball player Steph Curry, is being sued for more than $10 million by her former partner. Man, you better be careful who you get into business with, right? This is another one. I hope I pronounce this name right. Mail Organics founder launched the Secret Sauce to Success Academy to support women entrepreneurs. That should be pretty dope. Congresswoman Velasquez calls for more equity and now broke paycheck protection programs. Ladies and gentlemen, that if you are not trying to create your own income in this economy, shame on you, man. I know we had jobs. I know a lot of people are filing for unemployment, but there is opportunity all around us. In fact, today's book excerpt is going to touch on some of that. Earl Graves Sr. created a blueprint for brand building. That should be interesting. Decades before today's brand leaders in fashion, music, and sports leverage their personas into market shares, Graves perfected the blueprint. And then Black Girl Sunscreen launches in 200 plus Target stores, and founder Shantae Lundy credits the Black Dollar for helping her get there. Man, that is some amazing stuff for you guys to check out in terms of headlines to review. That came from Black Enterprise Magazine. Make sure y'all go check some of that stuff out. Here's how I use some of that information. I like to know what's going on in the realm of business. Who's the movers and the shakers, right? You want to be in position to model success. But if you don't know where success is being written about, being advertised, being talked about, then how can you model that success? So Black Enterprise Magazine is a great publication for you guys to go and study other successful entrepreneurs, past, present, and future, meaning up and coming entrepreneurs. So I'm going to take a quick break. And when we come back, I'm going to cut right into my interview with Haziq Ali. If you are serious about business funding and business credit, and you want to learn the ins and outs, Haziq is going to drop some real good nuggets on this interview, but also make sure you go over to the show's website, www.thecortezhustleshow.com. There is a link for you to register for a free webinar that will break down everything that you need to do to position yourself for business credit. So when we come back, I'm going to cut right into that interview with the good brother Haziq Ali, and you guys are going to be blown away about some of the nuggets he's going to drop on you about business credit and business funding. So keep it locked right here.
Oh, what's up, St. Louis? Let me ask you a serious question. If I saw $20 about to fall out of your pocket, you want me to tell you, right? Well, the fact of the matter is, I see $300 to $600 per month falling out of your paycheck every month. So guess what? This is me telling you. For those of you who do not know me, my name is H. Cortez, wealth strategist, author, and I'm on a mission to empower our community economically through financial education. See, over the last 5 years, I've been fortunate enough to be trained and coached by some multi-millionaires. And you know what I learned? Is that there's only 4 things that we have to overcome if we ever plan to build generational wealth. You have to overcome taxes, you have to overcome debt, we have to overcome our credit woes, and we have to overcome our lack of asset accumulation. But if we stop the bleeding by overpaying taxes $300 to $600 per month, and that's not me saying that, that comes straight from the IRS. So if you want to know if you're one of the 80 million people that's overpaying taxes, all I want you to do is go over to payraise.wealthcreationplaybook.com, watch a short video, answer 7 questions, and you can find out if you're overpaying taxes, but more importantly, you'll find out what you can do to stop the bleeding. payraise.wealthcreationplaybook.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Cortez Hustle Show. This is the first ever episode of the Cortez Hustle Show. I'm your host, Cortez Hustle, and we're coming live to you from the freefunnelmachine.com studios here in St. Louis, Missouri. I got a very, very special guest in the building. If you are an entrepreneur, you want to listen up. This is going to blow you away. Brother Haziq Ali has been an entrepreneur all of his life. In fact, as a young boy, they had him on 60 Minutes talking about his entrepreneurial endeavors, man. So really quickly, Haziq, tell everybody who you are and a little bit about your backstory. And let's get into why leveraging other people's money is so important.
Oh, yeah, man. Well, nah, you said it all. They have me on 60 Minutes. I was making more than a lot of people's parents before I was a teenager. But,
Wow.
you know, you fast forward to about 7 years ago, and I found myself homeless, living in the back of my car. I'll tell you that whole story another time. But, you know, I'm in love with entrepreneurship because I believe that we're God's favorite. I think that we're the ones who take that time to manifest out of our imaginations. It's the perfect crossroads between faith and service. And my whole life is dedicated to doing everything I can to extend the life expectancy of the entrepreneur. That's what everything I do is about, from our morning call to, you know, the stuff we're here to talk about in terms of accessing capital, accessing credit, understanding the laws and the language of money, which is what we normally hear people call financial literacy.
Gotcha. And really quickly, you have a webinar, and you guys can go over to the show page at thecortezhustleshow.com. Click the register button and register for that webinar. It's going to blow you away, but he's going to drop some nuggets on us right now. Is it true that 90+% of entrepreneurs and business owners don't even know about business credit and business funding?
Bro, isn't that crazy? Like, that blows my mind. And it's really sad, Cortez, because there's this really sad ballad of the entrepreneur and these guys going out of business in 5 years or less a lot of times, right when they figured out their system. They run out of money, and then boom. It's one of the saddest things that I'll ever see. Loving a certain restaurant, then they go out of business, or loving a certain place where you may buy this, that, or the third, and they go out of business. You love the staff, they had great customer service, but the problem is financial illiteracy, man. Financial illiteracy is not just the language of money, it's the laws of money. I'll give you an example. With personal credit, once you do over a 800 credit score, you've got about $100,000 in buying power. But half these entrepreneurs are using that to fund their operations. See, here's the problem with that. The more you use, the lower your credit score gets. But with business credit, the more you use, the more they give you.
Wow.
So it's a completely different ball game, especially when you look at how this guy's got great customer service, fast delivery, impeccable products, but he's getting annihilated, just straight up smashed by this guy over here who's got a second location, company cars, and a marketing budget because he's using business credit. The law of money says you can form a whole nother social security number, Cortez, but it's called an EIN number. And you can literally build funding behind that. And it has none of your issues with money, none of them times you was broke in college. Your EIN number ain't got nothing to do with none of that. You get to, by law, create a whole other person, a whole other entity, a whole other organism, and then get rich with it.
Wow.
So it's amazing, man.
And not just one, right? There's nothing in the law that says you can only create one of these organisms, right?
Listen, man, your president done claimed bankruptcy over a dozen times. Like, this dude is one of the most famous losers we've ever seen. But if you get nothing else from this guy, you should get the laws of money. If there's no one else on the planet that is leveraging the way our system works, where it looks out for you, when you lose, as long as you lost in the service of business. That's how this country is set up. Man, we don't care what you do, long as you fighting that good fight to be a you a owner? Well, you on our side. You a worker bee? You screwed, man. You screwed. You're nothing but a slave. People don't get it, man. Worker bees, that what they do, they work just enough to keep from getting fired. And then what they get paid just enough to keep from quitting. Well, that's just like slavery. Everybody thinks slaves work for free. Slaves work for just enough food, just enough clothing, just enough shelter to make it just back to work the next day. And that's what you got here, man. That's why they so happy about them stimulus checks. They get a $1,200 stimulus check, and then Walmart stock up on televisions. Why? Because they know slaves gonna do what slaves do. Slaves is as slaves does, and so they know you're gonna go buy a TV and you're gonna sit on your couch. This is the thing, man. People don't get it, but time is the most valuable thing you got. The opposite of wealth is not poverty. The opposite of wealth is mismanagement. Mismanagement of time, mismanagement of money. Watch this, Cortez. Mess up in society. What they take from you, bro?
Time.
Take your time. But what you do when you go to jail? Now, I ain't trying to put this on you, Cortez. You know what I mean? But you know, you probably know some cats has been right. What they get to do, bro? They will show you on FaceTime around a cell. They wear Gucci belts, Michael Jordan shoes, right? They're watching a playoff. What's my point? A lot of people is in jail on their couch because in there they could still watch TV. In there they could still waste money on designer clothing and all of that. So what is the difference between you on in your living room on the couch and them in jail? It's what you're doing with your time. It's the fact that out here you allowed to manifest them dreams. And there all you can do is prepare. But out here you can get busy. So all we saying, man, is that you have no excuses out here. Capitalism is based on ignorance, but that means you learn more, you earn more.
That's it. That's it. You can do something about that. That's it. I tell people all the time, they think capitalism is a dirty word. And it's just a tool, just like money is a tool, just like a hammer is a tool. If I had a hammer and built you a house, you'd love me. If I had a hammer and cracked you upside your head, you want to kill me. Is the hammer evil? No, the hammer is neutral. It's the person wielding the tool that is either good or evil, right? I love how you put it though, man, because just like entrepreneurship puts you in a different tax bracket, you're saying that when I'm a business owner, emphasis on the word owner, the credit that I have personally is not even sufficient when you compare it apples to apples to the credit that I'm able to leverage as a business owner. You talked a little bit about the amount you have to pay back when you borrow money from a business perspective versus what you borrow. Can you break that down real quick?
Oh yeah, man. This whole country is set up for the owner, not the worker bee. You know, worker bees got $1,200 stimulus checks. Owners got $10,000 forgivable loans. It's just no comparison. Right. So yeah, you're absolutely right. Here's a magic trick. You know, personal credit. You know, many times your credit is damaged as an entrepreneur because you using it to fund the operation. So now your balances are crazy. That messes up your utilization ratio. That's 168 of those 550 points. It jacks you up. Right. Well, check it out. Did you know that because with personal credit, the more you use, the lower your score goes, versus business credit, the more you use, the more they give you. Right. You can literally take your balances from your personal credit, transfer them to your business credit, and now your personal credit shoots up, and now your business credit shoots up. Oh, this is magic. But no, it's not magic. It's financial literacy. These are the rules of the game. Don't hate the game. Learn the game. You know what I mean?
That's it. That's it. Listen, Haziq has blessed us once. He's going to bless us when we come back on the other side of this break. Don't go nowhere. We're going to tell you how you can get on his morning call. He's going to tell you a little bit more about this leveraging other people's money to get rich, man. That is, if that is what you want. So keep it locked right here.
I have done 2 prior Longevity Better Health Now challenges. I decided this time around I needed an extra push. A good thing to remember is 32 pounds is the weight of my 3.5-year-old son, and I am not carrying around a 3.5-year-old basically.
I'm a mother of 4. I just want to see how healthy I can get so that I can be around for a while. It's pretty amazing whenever you're excited to get on the scales every morning and see what the numbers are instead of dreading it.
When I went to convention last year, the day of the 5K, this lady, Merle, came across the finish line, and she was visually impaired. She was blind. From this day forth, I said, I'm changing my lifestyle, and I'm just going to be a whole new me.
I was out of control. I really let myself go. And I thought, okay, who loses 12 pounds in a week? I'm like, this is such a joke. But it happened, and it happened again and again and again. Anybody can do this. If I can do it, you can do it.
Leading up to today has been a whirlwind, but I feel amazing. Everybody makes you feel really awesome when you come here too, so it just kind of like heightens your excitement about everything.
I feel so much better. If I could help just one person be able to do that for their life, then it'd be worth it all.
I feel amazing. I can't believe how far I've came from last year to this year.
I have kept my weight off within 2 to 5 pounds, which is a complete miracle. Let's go!
All right, guys, welcome back to the Cortez Hustle Show. I'm your host, Cortez Hustle, coming to you live and direct from the freefunnelmachine.com studios here in St. Louis, Missouri. Got my brother Haziq Ali dropping jewels on you guys about using other people's money, i.e. business credit. Brother, you said that if I borrowed $500,000, in order for me to stay in good standings, all I have to do is pay back at least 1 to 1.5% of that per month. Is that correct?
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. That's the way business credit works.
Wow, that's
exactly
amazing. Right. And you
it
guys
really
have
gives
a
you a leg
program
up on
that
everybody.
Can take someone who is a business owner just starting from scratch, establish a little bit, talk a little bit about how you guys can really help someone go to the next level in terms of positioning themselves to get access to this hundreds of billions of dollars of funding that apparently no entrepreneur knows about.
Oh, yeah. So what our program does, man, is it literally holds their hand and walks them through the entire process of getting tier 4 business credit. So a lot of times when you go to the bank, which is a lot of times not even the best place to go for lending, people don't know that, but you'll walk in a bank and they'll just tell you, oh, you've been denied. They don't tell you why. They don't tell you it's because you're using a free email address. But they don't tell you it's because you don't have a physical address. You got a PO box, or it looks like you're operating out of your home. All of these things are red flags to people that are looking for a viable, fundable person to invest in. It's common sense, really. But there's 16 of these I's to dot and T's to cross that you got to look at. But that's only part of it. You wouldn't need a program like ours if it wasn't for this next piece, because obviously you can just Google some, I don't know, gas cards from Quick Trip gas station or something like that. But here's the problem. A lot of times we don't know which places that we open up trade lines and accounts with are going to report to the business credit bureaus to get us onto the next tier. Yeah. Like when we first started our business, as a matter of fact, when we were only doing personal credit, because what our company does, the 3 pillars of our company are personal credit building, business credit building, and lending. And I know you're going to let them know about the webinar. They can hop on and just learn more about it. But the bottom line is that the personal credit building is where we started, because the 800 credit score is worth $100,000. And our simple mission, and we're getting closer and closer every day, is to create 1,800 credit scores in every state in America by 2023. Why? Because the 800 credit score is worth $100,000. That means 1,000 of them is $100 million. So we want to do that in St. Louis. We want to do that in DC. We want to do that in Illinois. We want to do that in Michigan. And the whole point of it all, from Missouri to Michigan, is that we can move the needle when you're dumping that much financial literacy into a market.
Right.
But here's the thing. We call ourselves dumping all this financial literacy. Cortez, we borrowed $150,000 from Cabbage. Paid them back on time, paid them back early. But the problem was they didn't report to the Business Credit Bureau.
Wow.
That's when the idea was born. Like, wait a minute. What if we aggregated products that makes it so that they know for a fact that everything they borrow, every account they open, is working towards getting them to the next level? And that's what we've created. We got the call center laid out, Cortez. Our business advisors are going to hold their hand and walk them through the entire process, whether they already got a couple gas cards or whether they don't even have a Dun & Bradstreet number yet. no matter where they are in the process. We're going to take them from 0 all the way to 100 real quick. And I don't mean like the Drake song. I mean, Paydex goes from 0 to 100. And so we're going to take them from 0 to 100, and we do it the most efficiently, the most effectively. And then on top of being the most efficient and the most effective, we're also the most affordable. And so that little initial fee gets them $50,000 in guaranteed funding. Plus it comes with a year of the personal credit building. And on top of that, you have our business advisor team helping you with the coaching, helping you with the marketing ideas. I mean, it's a full on 360-degree economic infrastructure ease system. So it's economic infrastructure. And and in the mornings you were asking me about the morning calls, huh?
Yeah, man, you do that mindset call. That's amazing, man. 7 days a week. I know you've been at it for a couple years. Tell people how they can get on that call, man, and start getting this thing right.
Yeah. Sometimes my mentor hops on, Mr. Les Brown hops on quite a few Mondays. But what you can do is text message at MillMind to the number 81010. That's short for Millionaire Minded. At MillMind, MILLMIND to the number 81010. Or you can just find me on Facebook, HAZIQ and then the number 1. So that's Haziq Ali, like the greatest of all time. And then 1. Haziq Ali 1. Your search bar, Haziq Ali, and then the number 1. Then it'll show up for you. And then that'll let you see my Facebook page. And we go live, pretty much every day of the week. So you'll see all kinds of stuff on my timeline from past videos and trainings. And then if you join the text message system, then we'll send you quotes every day and all kinds of cool stuff, as well as reminders for the calls.
Love it. Well, let me tell you how generous this brother is. First ever episode of the Cortez Hustle Show. We've already chopped it up an hour before now, but somebody forgot to hit record. And brother wasn't gonna leave me out there hanging. He said, man, I got somewhere to be, but I'm gonna give you a few more minutes. So I appreciate that. On top of somebody screwed his name up on the flyer too. So this is how generous the brother is, man. He ain't holding it against me. Nevertheless, this is the great Haziq Ali, man. You guys can go over to the show page at thecortezhustleshow.com. Register for the webinar. You're going to be blown away at what you can do right now to position yourself to start getting funding and getting on the road to business credit in the next 24 to 48 hours. So thanks so much again for your time, brother. When we come back, I'm going to give you the 3 things that I would do if I was a barber to start making money while we're doing this quarantine thing and the government has got my shop shut down. There's 3 things that I would be doing to make money as a barber. I'm going to let you guys know what that is when we come back. Keep it locked right here. The Cortez Hustle Show is brought to you by Financial Health Mentor, practical, proven wealth building strategies specifically for working class Americans. Go to financialhealthmembership.com. Learn how to get your taxes down, credit up, get out of debt, and start accumulating assets. Financialhealthmembership.com. Cortez Hustle Show is also brought to you by freefunnelmachine.com. If you've ever wanted to use sales funnels in your business, but not quite ready to fork over hundreds of dollars per month for funnel building software, then now you can incorporate sales funnels into your process absolutely free. Freefunnelmachine.com includes free autoresponder, includes free training, and it is free for life. Freefunnelmachine.com. The Cortez Hustle Show is also brought to you by Office Huddle Print Shop. All of the graphic designs, logos that you see for iHustle Media Group and the Cortez Hustle Show are courtesy of Office Huddle Print Shop. Check out their exclusive unlimited graphics package at officehuddleprints.com. The Cortez Hustle Show is a copywritten production of iHustle Media Group. Any unauthorized use of video, captions, audio, depiction of this show is strictly prohibited. iHustle Media Group, a better way to market. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Cortez Hustle Show. Episode number 1, our debut episode, man. Do me a huge favor, man. Make sure that you go and subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, all of your favorite podcasting applications, and give me a rating and review on those platforms as well. Got to shout out my sponsor, the freefunnelmachine.com, and I've been using sales funnels in my business. Helps me generate leads, close more sales, adds automation to my business. If you want a free website /funnel with a free autoresponder, go to freefunnelmachine.com. Now, before we get out of here, man, I just like to take a minute to kind of impart some of what I've learned over the years and apply it to various industries. And I'm thinking about, as we are in the midst of this current state of affairs with the quarantine, a lot of businesses shut down and things of that nature, how can, if I was a barber or a beautician and my shop is closed because of social distancing, how could I position myself to not only make money right now, but also position myself to have multiple streams of income added to my business, my brand, when my doors are back open? There's 3 things that I would be doing right now if I was a barber or a beautician. Number 1, I would be teaching and demonstrating how to cut hair, how to curl hair, right? I want you to think about something. Most of the barbers are still having a few people come over to their houses, their private residence, and they're lining folks up and they're doing the little things. And this goes for nail techs too. Some of them are still having a few people come over, right? What I would do every time I had one of these people come over, I would set up a camera and I would turn it into a tutorial session that I would record to upload to YouTube and Facebook. What is that going to do for my business, right? Number 1 is going to keep my brand in front of people, not just my loyal customers, but it's going to put my brand in front of thousands and tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of more people, right? See, you still got to find a way to provide value to the marketplace even when your doors are closed. Now, think about something. We're all quarantined, right? That means somebody's mama is jacking their son's head up right now as we speak. Come on, man. Yeah. Somebody's mother has pulled out some old clippers and they're tired of looking at their sons raggedy by the head, and they are jacking their sons' heads up right now. What would those parents give right now to be able to go to a YouTube video and see a professional barber, a professional hairstylist, beautician, giving some tips on how to maintain their look during this quarantine? See, everybody ain't stuck. Some people still have to get up and get out and go to work during this quarantine time. What would a young lady who's used to going to the hair salon every week give to be able to go on YouTube and not see any old beautician, see her beautician, giving her some tips, some strategies, and some pointers on how to be fly during this quarantine time? So that's the first thing that I would do. I would start building my YouTube and my digital archive of tips, strategies, tutorials on how you can stay fly at home during quarantine, and how you can line yourself up, how you can give yourself a couple, a nice, probably not a fade, but a nice, even all over haircut at home, how to line yourself up, trim your beard, and still look good if you have to get out and go to work. So that's number 1. That builds a brand, and that also draws more people to you, and it puts you in perfect position for the second thing that I would be doing if I was a barber or beautician and my doors are closed because of the quarantine. I would be affiliate marketing like nobody's business, right? What do you mean affiliate marketing? See, right now, while we're in this quarantine and we don't know how long it's going to last, right? When people realized that barbers and beauticians were considered non-essential and you couldn't go and get your hair done, what did people do? They went to the beauty supply store and they start buying clippers, edgers, trimmers, flat irons, all the things that they think they're going to need to get their hair together themselves at home. Well, those people don't know what to buy. So if I'm doing my videos, if I'm doing my tutorials, the other thing that I can add to my channel, my Facebook page, is product reviews. So I can review some of the products that you're going to find at all of the beauty supply stores, and I can do a review on those things and say, listen, here is the Walls Peanut trimmer for at-home use. Not professional grade, but it does a pretty good job. Here's some of the things you're going to run into. Here's the pros, here's the cons, and more importantly, here is the link that you can go buy it from my Amazon affiliate account. And when you buy your product through my link, I'm going to make a few dollars in commission. That's how you can support me as your barber, as your hairstylist. Don't go to the beauty supply store. Order it from me online, and you'll put a few dollars in my pocket and help me keep my doors open and help me keep my prices down when my doors open back up. You guys know how many products are out there to be reviewed when it comes to hair care that your followers are buying right now, and they're buying a bunch of crap? Not only that, again, if you do it right, you will not only have your personal and loyal customers buying through your link. It's up on YouTube. It's up on Facebook. You'll have all kinds of people buying through your link, because there's nothing like having the recommendation of a professional in the field practitioner say, hey, if I had $20 to spend on a pair of clippers because I'm trying to keep my beard lined up, trying to keep my hair lined up, then between these two, I would pick this one versus this one, and here's why. Here's a link that you can go buy these from Amazon through my affiliate link. So that is the second thing that I would be doing if I was a barber or beautician and my doors are closed because of quarantine. Keep your brand out there, and you can make a little money as an affiliate, through affiliate marketing, right? Having people go through Amazon and buy the various products from you. The third thing that I would be doing, and I don't know why more barbers and beauticians aren't doing this, just period, right? The third thing I would be doing is I would be heavily involved in product development. Come on, man. You got years and years and years of experience in hair care. You know what it takes to manage razor bumps, for instance. If you're a barber and the fellas get razor bumps, you know what to do with alopecia, ladies, and how to deal with that. You know what to do to help people recover from all the glue and the dyes and things, and their edges are starting to disappear. There's no reason for you not to have your own line of products that you could be selling right now. Even though people cannot come to your shop to get their hair did, right? They could still be going to your website and ordering your products. This is huge, man. I don't know why more barbers and beauticians don't have their own line of products. And guess what? It is 2020, people. You don't have to become a chemist in order to make this happen. Why? Because most of the products that you see on the shelves are what we call black label. That means some other company who do have professional chemists will whip up a recipe for you and you put your label on it. They will let you try various recipes to figure out which ingredients work best for your clientele to get you the best results. And you, my friend, should have your own line of products. I don't know why the beauticians and hairstylists aren't doing this. I do know this though. The ones that do have their own products, they're making a few dollars while they can't cut as many heads as they normally would while their shop is open, while they can't do as many perms, relaxers, wash sets, whatever the ladies do, right? If they've got their own products that they're selling, they're making a few dollars. Yeah, yeah. And I know I said 3 things. I'm going to give you one more, man. I'm going to give you one more. What about app development? What if you, as a barber or a beautician, had an app that all of your loyal followers and customers were able to download? And this app would allow them to put their profile in it with their top 5 hairdos that they love to get you to do for them, right? Their top 5 haircuts, fellas. And for fellas, most fellas just have one haircut. They go and get the same haircut over and over. But they're able to put that profile into this app, right? And now that they're quarantined, they can go to that profile, they can go to the hairstyle that you normally would do for them, and you are giving them step-by-step instructions on how to get something close to that look at home, right on the app that you develop. Some of those tutorials that you're doing on YouTube can be right inside your app. I'm just saying, man, you've got to innovate as an entrepreneur. Do not treat your skills that you have, do not treat the knowledge that you have, that experience that you gained over 10, 15, 20 years, however long you've been in the industry, do not treat that like a job. I know lots of people are treating their skill set like a job, right? You guys hear me talk about Trevor Otts all the time because he blew my mind, changed my life. When he said this statement, there's more in what you know than what you do. If you are a beautician and a stylist right now, I want you to write that down, burn it into your brain. There is more in what you know than what you do. You could actually be creating digital products based on what you know. Here is a 10-step checklist that you can buy for $7 that will help you keep your curls tight and keep your hairdo looking fly longer. Here is a 10-step checklist. This cheat sheet ebook is $7, but it will help you manage your natural look without your hair becoming dry and brittle. You know this stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Now you can digitize it so that it becomes a product that you can sell even when you're not able to cut hair. So with that brings us to a close in our first ever episode of the Cortez Hustle Show. I want to shout out my good friend, Mr. Haziq Ali, for dropping the business credit, business funding details on us. Remember, if you want a full webinar on everything that you need to know about business credit and business funding as an entrepreneur, go over to our show page, thecortezhustleshow.com. You'll see a big bright button, and all you got to do is click there and register for the webinar, and boom, you can start learning everything that you need to know about business credit. Got to give a shout out to some of my syndication partners. If you're watching us on the 13 Entertainment LLC page, make sure that you like the page. If you're watching us on the Financial Health Mentor page, make sure you like the page. If you're watching us on the Hustle and Love page, make sure people you like the page. And also don't forget, man, do us a favor. Go over to iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, wherever you like to download your podcast from. Go there, subscribe to the Cortez Hustle Show podcast, and leave us a review. Tell me, what do you think about our first ever episode? Also, wherever you're watching this, whether it's YouTube, whether it's the show page, whether it is Facebook, what type of guest would you like to see us interview? Drop some names of your favorite entrepreneurs that you think we all should be listening to and learning from, and I'll do my best to get them on the show. So I'm excited about this show, man. This is the business podcast for the 21st century entrepreneur. Until I talk to you guys next time, I want you to get your money up, because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you.